types of social and economic backgrounds, there is a generalized and universal sense of improvement. As humans, we have a desire to obtain more in life and go farther than our forefathers. In simplest of terms, to improve and live a life of fulfillment. We naturally seek to thrive in all aspects of life. Many times, however, we lack the understanding that we need of one another's support, and that by investing ourselves in education, which, as mentioned in our text, is an equalizer, as early on as possible, we will surely surpass our own expectations. That by having a well-grounded network of relationships who empower and embrace one another in our ever-changing lives, this will only enable us to get there sooner. Taking on varying roles, parenting can be seen from different perspectives. Children's Bureau of Southern California is a non-profit organization focused on the prevention of child abuse as a whole, serving families and children ages 0 to 18 at 22 different offices throughout all of Southern California. They have applied a special emphasis on the first 5 years of life. Founded in 1904, Children's Bureau is recognized as being one of the largest investors in child abuse prevention in the country. One of the vital partners in starting United Way, which was formerly known as Community Chest, and for having a key role in the establishment of the USC School of Social Work. At the foundation of their framework, Children's Bureau's mission is to prevent child abuse and neglect, protect, nurture, and treat abused children, enhance the potential of families and communities, and advance the welfare of children by providing programs in foster care, adoptions, child development, parent education, mental health, research, and advocacy. At the Children's Bureau's headquarters, Magnolia Place Resource Center, their hope and dream is for the 35,000 plus children and youth, especially emphasizing on young ones, living within the 500 block Magnolia catchment area, will break all levels of success in their education, health, and the quality of nurturing and economic stability. The protective factors are at the root of all their messaging throughout their programs. Since the goal is to have a well-established child who is successful and understood, they need the support of a strong and engaged family who is also empowered and strengthened through concrete ties within their own community. It is all tied together and directly affects one another, both in a positive and negative manner. In their website, Nurturing and Attachment, Knowledge of Parenting and Child Development, Parental Resilience, Social Connections, Concrete Support for Parents, Social and Emotional Competence of Children are all listed at the core, along with learning to have empathy and listening to everyone's story. Given that the first years of life are not only critical for the physical development of children, but are also tied to social and emotional well-being later in life, preventative efforts have been established and promoted through many of their engaging and interactive programs in their prevention department, one of which is the Family Enrichment Community Program, also referred to as the Mommy and Me. The organization implements the protective factors and empathy in all their programs, and FECP is not the exception. Through the Family Enrichment Community Program, parents have been exposed to what a parent and child class routine is like, and empowered to, upon their completion of their participation, to transition into a volunteer-led model. This approach allows parents who are a child's first teacher to take the lead and impart their own group once a week with other families within the community for a period of 2 hours each session. The parent volunteers take part in a 3-month-long training in which their protective factors, empathy, brain development, child development, leadership roles and responsibilities, and first aid and CPR training are given. Once they graduate the training, they are recognized as parent facilitators. Thereafter, they participate in ongoing monthly workshops and support groups. Currently, there are a total of 12 groups located in local network partner locations such as elementary schools, public libraries, religious organizations, and other community-based organizations as well. Many of the volunteers themselves are parents who are working, going to school, and still see the value in making the time to volunteer their limited time for their community. This, in fact, is one of the greatest strengths of the program, but at the same time, it is also one of their greatest challenges. Aside from funding that is received from private dollars, grants, and state funding, each program has a different source. Being the proud parent of two young and beautiful girls that I am able to relate to this organization and to the families who receive direct services. Having grown up around one of their locations, I often heard of the pleasant experiences my friends and their parents had by participating in community events, parenting classes, taekwondo classes, sewing classes, nutrition classes, neighborhood cleanups, and the list goes on and on and on. Never did I think that I would actually end up working there. Although most of my experience with Children's Bureau has been from a completely different perspective, it has still taught me to connect with my daughters in a whole new way. This February will mark 8 years of my professional career working at Children's Bureau. Throughout these years, it has been a great pleasure to work with the community and empower them, yet at the same time empowering myself. I am grateful for all the learning opportunities that have made me the person that I am today, and seek to continue growing not only as a nurturing parent, but also within my career at this organization.